everybody, what is up? It's Lynn. Welcome back to my channel. Hi, how are you doing? Wow, I feel so much better being on camera with some hair and some makeup to sit down and do a little drama tea, mixed tea kind of video with you today. Well, yes, a little bit later than I thought I was going to be because I just did a makeup video. But anyway, now I'm here, let's get into the tea. Okay, so there's a little bit of tea about James Charles. First of all, James Charles, of course, you know, coming out of this most recent kind of scandal that James Charles has been in, you know, the scandalo with all the underage guys, the sexting, all of that stuff. Coming out of that, it's now been found out by another YouTuber called It's Malcolm. He actually put a tweet out saying, oh wow, James Charles has lost like nearly 3 million subscribers. And I was like, wow, shit, that's a lot. That is a lot, girl. That is a lot of subscribers to lose right now. I'm like, damn, James, what are you going to do? Oh, 3 million nearly gone. When I looked, it actually said 2.4 million, but still, that's like 2.5 million subscribers gone. So it shows you that James Charles, all of his recent behaviour, it shows you that like he's not actually being that well received at the moment. You know, although YouTube have failed to do anything and Morphe said that they were parting ways with James Charles, Morphe is still selling James Charles Rainbow palette. So it doesn't look to me like Morphe were actually ever going to keep to their word with the whole James Charles thing. Because they're still selling his palette to this day, you know. Morphe still selling his palette, his brushes, everything. I went and checked. They're still selling all of that stuff, you know. The only thing I've really seen reduced was the mini palette. But they're still selling the full big palette and the brush set that's something like $152. I'm like, you know, his products are all still there. So clearly cancel culture isn't working because James Charles is still allowed to upload YouTube videos and sell products at a big store like Morphe. And I hate even calling it cancel culture, you know, because for me, I don't think this is cancel culture with James Charles. I think that this is what I would call accountability culture. James Charles sat down in front of his 25 million odd at the time subscribers and admitted to everybody that he had been sexting minors. So where James is in California, that is a federal crime. So James, we've said it time and time again over here on this channel, you know, and I don't want to sit here and sound like a broken record, but it's just that nothing ever gets done, you know. James is still uploading makeup videos, etc, etc, doing TikTok hacks and all of this as if nothing ever happened, as if he never confessed to sexting minors and oh well, he's just going to get away with it. I'm sure this thing with James is going to follow him around probably for the rest of his career now, I would think. Also, apart from that, James Charles has also lost his Snapchat verification. Allegedly, apparently, he's lost his little special tick or whatever it is on Snapchat. So, lost his Snapchat verification, lost 2.4 million YouTube subscribers. Not looking great for Jamie Charlie this week. Apart from that, one other thing that I want to say about Morphe is Morphe, I think, have been doing something shady because they've actually sold a lot of products, it seems, to Nordstrom Rack. Nordstrom Rack, if you don't know, that is a store in America. Nordstrom is a big department store, I think, and then Nordstrom Rack is like the TK Maxx version of that, you know, where products go to get marked down. And what's really shady is Morphe have sold a lot of stock of the conspiracy stuff. They've sold a lot of like conspiracy stuff off to Nordstrom Rack. See, when Morphe said that they would be parting ways with Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson and all of that, they clearly had stock in their stores. So it had to go somewhere, right? So they've now sold it to Nordstrom Rack. If you go on the Nordstrom Rack website, it is up there. They had a few things, like they had the black pig mirror that was marked down, and I think they had 2 shades of lip gloss. There was, I think, what was it, 1 setting powder maybe. And then also I noticed on there, I saw the mini conspiracy, the controversy palette as well. I mean, I use these palettes. I really like them. I was one of those people who, you know, bought this palette when it went on sale the first day. I waited 4 fucking hours to get my hands on this palette because I like Shane Dawson and Ryland, you know, I like their content, you know, I'm a fan. So for me it was like a no-brainer, you know, oh, Shane Dawson, king of YouTube, with Jeffree Star, king of makeup, doing a palette together. I love it, you know. There's nothing that's like sad or bad about it for me, you know. Yes, a lot of people don't like Shane Dawson because of a lot of things that have come out about him. But it's all stuff that's really, really in the past. You know, you want to talk about people making mistakes. James Charles has been doing that in recent years. Shane Dawson, yes, he may have made mistakes like telling poor taste jokes and all of that stuff. But that's all like way, way in the past. So for me, there comes a point where you have to let people learn and grow from it. Now, I saw an Adam McIntyre video on this and he was like, oh, you know, yeah, well, the things that Shane did, you can't say, oh, you can just let him learn and grow from it. My opinion, you can. You know, at the end of the day, what Shane Dawson did was tell poor taste jokes. He never actually harmed an infant or a child. You know, he never actually sent nudes or sex or anything to children. James Charles did. He sexted minors and fucking admitted it on his platform in front of 25 million subscribers. But oh yeah, let's vilify Shane Dawson for old poor taste jokes. I'm like, you know, where's the logic? Ooh, sorry, it's warm in here. Next up, Ethan Klein. Ethan Klein called out Jeff Wittek for hanging out with David Dobrik again. Now, David Dobrik, of course, and Jeff Wittek both lost a lot of sponsorships when that whole thing came out about the Vlog Squad, where it was alleged that they were doing a threesome bit, and then a girl came forward saying that she was unfortunately R-worded. So David Dobrik, Jeff Wittek, they both lost sponsors over that. Also, of course, Jeff Wittek was very, very badly injured doing a stunt with David Dobrik for one of his vlogs. Now Jeff Wittek is out here, you know, doing the fucking crate challenge. Like, make this make sense. You know, first of all, you've still got people like Dirty Dom, who was the man who was actually accused of R-wording a young woman. And nothing got done about that. But Dirty Dom was there. You had Jeff Wittek there at the apartment. Dirty Dom, Jeff Wittek, David Dobrik, right? They were all there at the apartment when this threesome bit was taking place. Jeff Wittek allegedly bought alcohol for the underage girls. Now, there was a video clip that H3, Ethan Klein, actually played on his podcast. And I was really like gobsmacked at it, because this clip, you could clearly see that this young girl was like paralytic, blackout drunk, you know. At that point, that girl should have been driven home, you know, let her sleep it off, all of that. But that wasn't what happened. You know, what happened was she got taken into a bedroom. I'm sorry, you know, I don't have words for that. You know, she was clearly past the point of coherently being able to consent. And I'm just like, how are these guys still allowed to upload content and all of that when that was a thing? You know, it really freaks me out, to be honest. I'm like, you know, does YouTube not care? I'm like, clearly not, right? But yes, so Ethan Klein called it out on his podcast that Jeff Wittek is now once again hanging out with David Dobrik again, doing the fucking crate challenge. And it's like Jeff Wittek almost lost his eye because of David Dobrik. He was doing a stunt for a David Dobrik vlog. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the Vlog Squad. You know, I always found their content too kind of frat boy and too kind of mask, you know, hate that word. Too frat boy, I would say, for me, really. You know, I prefer the stuff like beauty YouTube, beauty guru drama, you know, silly throwing shade and tea, you know, not all these dark topics and everything where it gets into the stuff about R-wording people. You know, I preferred the silly, light-hearted stuff, or, you know, people saying, oh, this palette's rubbish, or, you know, oh, look, you've done the same palette as this person. You know, I prefer this silly, light-hearted kind of tea drama stuff without all this heavy, dark, serious topics. But, you know, there's been so much of it in recent months. So I'm going to roll you the clip of Ethan Klein calling out Jeff Wittek for hanging out with David Dobrik.
Oh, did you guys see that Jeff Wittek was doing the fucking crate challenge?
I sure did.
Like, dude, this fucking guy got a traumatic brain injury from David Dobrik, and then he's doing a fucking crate challenge for David Dobrik video. Dude, what the fuck? I mean, look, I think Jeff, look, a lot of people might watch that, doing risky shit. He's like an adrenaline junkie or something, but why is David allowing him to do this?
David is allowing him to do this probably because David is a bit of a shitty friend who will do anything for clicks, views, and a laugh. You know, I mean, David clearly, you know, thought it was okay that he nearly caused his friend to lose an eye and get a brain injury, for fuck's sake. Like, good luck, you know. No, I would be out, you know. If that was me and a friend, I would be out of that one. I would not be there. No, gone. Bye-bye. Last thing in this video that I'm going to quickly talk about is Jaclyn Hill. Jaclyn Hill, beauty guru. If you don't know, well, I say beauty guru, but Jaclyn Hill also does a lot of kind of food videos and all that stuff now, snacks, food. Well, Jaclyn Hill has been talking about this warehouse that she's got, and it's like, okay, she said it's not makeup, but she posted a photo of herself the other day on the beach wearing some lingerie. Now, I definitely think that Jaclyn Hill is going to be coming out with lingerie because she made a comment once about Agent Provocateur not having her size when it comes to lingerie. Now, she's been talking recently about, oh, I'm going to be doing healthy eating and I've been filming it all and all of this. So Jaclyn Hill's saying that she's going to launch some kind of documentary or some kind of vlog where she's talking about healthy eating for however many weeks, and then also this photo on a beach with the lingerie, talking about a warehouse. Oh, but it's not makeup. So I'm guessing that Jaclyn is getting ready to drop a lingerie line on us. Either lingerie or I think maybe homewares, candles, could even be like plus size fashion. I don't know. I'm not sure. I really don't know. And also one final thing that I want to squeeze into this video is Alexis Stone. Alexis Stone, owner of Sensorium Beauty. Alexis Stone recently called out people for making nasty comments about her face. Now, Alexis Stone, of course, has had a little bit of work done, you know. I'm not being rude when I say that, you know, and I'm not one to plastic surgery shame people at all, but Alexis was on IG stories, I think probably about a week and a bit ago, talking about this, that people have shamed them for their face, basically. Oh, you know, you look better before you had all that work done, that kind of thing. And this is random because I also saw Jaclyn Hill talking about the threading that she'd had put in her face, where she'd had threads put in her face to give her a sort of effect of having a facelift, but without actually having a facelift. It's like you have these threads put in and it pulls you back. So I just found it odd that Alexis talked about facial surgery and then Jaclyn Hill was talking about her face and facial surgery type things. I was like, I don't know, is there something in the water here where a lot of these kind of gurus, influencers are starting to talk about facial surgery and looks? Recently as well, we had Khloe Kardashian. Sorry, I'm bringing someone else into this video now and I'm awful. Khloe Kardashian was called out for apparently fat shaming people when she made a comment that was like, oh, I can't stand it when people sit on their ass, eat a tub of ice cream and don't do any exercise. People on TikTok were taking that clip, that soundbite, and they were responding to it and saying, look, you know, Khloe, there are all sorts of reasons. I think it was Khloe, or maybe it was Kourtney. I'm really bad at knowing who the Kardashians are. Sorry, I don't really keep up with them. Keeping up with the Kardashians. No, I never did. I think it was Kourtney. God, I'm going to have to check. Getting old. Anyway, this Kardashian said that, and then people were taking that soundbite, responding to it, saying, hey, you know, there are a lot of reasons why a person can be bigger. It's not always about, oh, you know, because they don't exercise. It could be because, you know, hormones. It could be because medication. It could be because thyroid, or, you know, you don't know. Like, so yeah, it was a little bit rude of that Kardashian person to be mean and kind of fat shame people. But, you know, I'm not someone to ever care what someone says about me. You know, if someone thinks I'm fat, I don't give a fuck, basically. You know, me, my body, my life, my rules, I do not care. Speaking of rules, you know, what is happening in Texas, that is disgusting, where abortion is now fucking apparently not a human right. Disgusting. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave this little video right here. I'm going to say take care, stay safe, stay well. I'm sorry this has been a bit of a chaotic, mad, all over the place one, but hope you enjoyed anyway. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.